Facebook back in the political spotlight once again. Ad spending among Democratic presidential hopefuls skyrocketing as the race for the White House heats up. Our very own Julia Boorstin is in Los Angeles with more on this spending spree. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Melissa. Well, despite the manipulation on Facebook around the last presidential election, the fact that the platform offers such a great opportunity to narrowly target voters is once again making it a destination, this time for Democratic hopefuls. The Wall Street Journal reporting that a political action committee focused on turning out Asian American voters saw the cost of generating just one email address for its supporter or donor list skyrocket to $279 from $9 or less. Now, it does make sense that the price hikes would be happening now. The deadline to qualify for the next debate is at midnight, and Democratic presidential hopefuls have been spending big to reach the donor and polling threshold necessary to be included. Now, it's not that Facebook is trying to take advantage of a surge of interest. Prices are set, rather, by demand in Facebook's auction advertising system. Facebook did not weigh in on the reported increase in those ad prices, but it did say, quote, "Our ad auction is designed to promote a diversity of advertisers, not just those who bid more. It takes into consideration whether the ad will be interesting and relevant for the person seeing it." And all of this comes as Facebook ramps up its requirements for political advertisers. Now political advertisers have to go beyond just verifying their identity and location. Now they have to provide information about their organization and who is funding their ads, including either their tax ID number, a government website domain, or Federal Election Commission number. Now, all of this is just Facebook's latest move to protect the 2020 election from any manipulation and also to ramp up transparency about who is on the platform and what they're doing and what they're spending money on. Back over to you, Melissa.
All right, Julia. Thank you, Julia Boorstin. How many candidates on the Democratic side?
20, but whittling down.
Still counting.
Yeah.
Still counting.
So
right.
That's a huge.
And one lost New York mayor.
There's a lot of spending, and it worked in the last election. That's what everybody's saying is that, listen, if you go out and do this ad spending, this digital ad spending, it works. So I think certainly Facebook gets a tailwind from it. But the name in the social that I actually like that looks like it wants to break out is the Twitter machine. Twitter, TWTR. I think that's the one you buy on a breakout.
I think Facebook is also just their core business is working. So, I mean, you're seeing e-commerce. You're seeing actually lead in commercial usage. You're seeing Instagram finally starting to pay some dividends. I think if you're going to make the election kind of tailwind argument for Facebook, I think you have to make it for Twitter. I think ultimately Twitter, to me, is going to be the greatest beneficiary of a company that's actually starting to see revenue growth, low teens, ad sales, high 20s. That, to me, is a lot more interesting.
If it's going to be a tailwind for these guys, is it also going to be a tailwind for traditional media?
It has to be. And they always say it's a boon for traditional media. The problem is media gets caught up in that bullseye of cord cutting and do they have a streaming product? So it gets a little muddy. But Facebook had every reason to collapse and keep collapsing. It's up 38%. It's doing the best out of all the FANG names. I would probably stay there.
It is, but, it's also had some pretty big moves along the way. I mean, in December, this was a $125 stock, and we talked about this thing. I get a lot wrong. One of the things we got right was the fact that into this quarter, Facebook would retest that all-time high we saw in July, and that's exactly what happened. You have pretty much a huge double top now around 211. The point is this. I think it trades down to 165 thereabouts, which is sort of the 50% correction of the entire move we've seen this year. And I agree with both Tim and BK that I think Twitter is your bet.